Easy does it, baby. Easy does it. Hey there, buddy. You got something kind of on your face. Well, good morning, y'all, and welcome to what is now known around here as simply mud season. It's not late fall, it's not early winter, it's just mud season. But a bit froggy this morning, as you can probably tell. Got to get a bunch of things done. Got one of the bulls right there looking at me like, what the heck, man, right of hay. So yes, that's on the to-do list for kind of one of the first things this morning. But anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Y'all know the routine. Click that thumbs up, please. And if you have not subscribed, that would be swell. But let's go get to it. Hey there, buddy. You got something kind of on your face. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure how that happens, but anyway. So this crew clearly won't have this pasture, which is fine. I was planning on getting them out of here today. The grass here at home, the stockpile grass we had, is pretty much gone. We're gonna move them out of here. I have to go up to the other end of the bottom, and then we're gonna go over into this pasture. Leave them in there, but probably even go ahead and put out a roll of hay for them later on today. Yeah, just because the grass for the most part is gone, which still, the other farm where the main cow herd is, they're still in pretty decent shape. And we'll head and look at them here in a few minutes, but interested to check to see. We know we got one new calf in here. See if we maybe have another one just yet. Here's a little bit of our dilemma, and also why we like to calve all our cows together and not when we're trying to rotate pastures. Got the one calf over there that's, I can't remember how old that calf is. Week, 10 days, whatever. Creek's up just a little. Now she can cross the creek, no problem. Her mom talking to her right there. It looks like one of the other heifers is calved, but we have not seen the calf yet. You know, my hope or my assumption is that the calf, she's got it stashed away somewhere like they typically would do with a newborn one. But it makes me hard for us to move pastures because obviously if she's got a calf still in here, we don't want her leaving it behind. So anyway, but looking at her, it looks like she's probably calved. Looks like she's even been nursed. So again, a good sign, but makes it hard for us to rotate. That's that 322 right there. And she had looked like she was about to pop. But yeah, just looking at her bag, yeah, I mean, something is latched on and nursed. So she's got a calf somewhere in here, but I don't know exactly where. So we may have to just hold off on worrying about rotating pastures right now and come back down here later on. Hopefully we can catch her, you know, tending to the calf, and then confirm that, one, we got another live calf, get it tagged, and then 3, try to get them moved with the rest of everybody to a new pasture. She is definitely calved. I just really wish we could put eyes on it. We'll ride around and kind of look in some of the more obvious spots she may have stashed a calf, but any of you that have cattle and know, sometimes they'll hide them and you can ride right by them and not see them. That baby knows that it really doesn't, you know, its instinct is it can't get up and run. I mean, they're just not fast enough. And so they'll just lay there, hunker down, and won't move a muscle. So let's see if we can get the truck to start, let it run for a few minutes. Not been real cold. It has rained. Today's Friday. I believe it has rained every day starting Monday. And I mean, I guess it's still kind of misty raining a little bit now, but see if the truck will start. About 50, 55 degrees or so this morning. She does not like the cold weather. Should have plugged it up this morning. I was down here about 2 hours ago doing early morning chores. All right, well, we're gonna plug her up. I should have, like I say, I should have done that a couple hours ago, but I was thinking, oh man, it's fairly warm. We won't need to do that. You live and you learn. Leave her plugged up for just a bit. Now to give me time. I'm gonna crank the tractor up, let it warm up. While we're letting that warm up for a minute, I do need to, ultimately one of my goals for the day is to get the fuel tank off the truck so we can go ahead and start taking some hay down the road. We'll go check on those cows in a minute. They're not out of pasture, out of the stockpile grass, but take them some hay at some point. I mean, it's too muddy right now, but we're gonna get to the point where they need some hay. So we'll go ahead and get this off here for the winter. Go ahead and pump whatever fuel's in it into the tractor, and then may go ahead and top it off or get some more fuel so we can top the tractor off one more time. And then get that off there basically for the winter. But just the filter and the bowl, we've been leaking a little there. So I actually ordered this probably 2 or 3 months ago. I just haven't used it since then, but we'll replace the element in there as well. But, yeah, make that a little more environmentally friendly, not leaking. Huge mess, looks like. Accomplished that so far. Yeah, you boys want some of that new hay, don't you? I'm sorry, but they've been out of hay, not entirely because they got the old roll over there on the other side of the hay rake, but they've been out of new good hay for a couple of days, so they're gonna be excited to get that. And yeah, as I mentioned, it's muddy. All right, she's been plugged in for about an hour. Let's see if she'll start now. There you go. Should have just done that all along. So, yeah, the fuel tank is actually empty, which is perfect for getting it off. But, I only got about a half a tank in the tractor right now. So, before we take the fuel tank off of here for the winter, I believe what I'm gonna do, go get just a little, just enough to top that tractor off, bring it home, top the tractor off, and then get the tank off the truck, and then we'll be ready to feed hay with it as soon as we need to. So anyway, that's our plan. Gonna run and get some fuel. Down here to check on this crew now, and again, the mud. But what I would like to do, or be able to do, is now that the stockpile is getting a little short on us, bring a roll of hay down here, you know, probably not even every day, but just bring one roll, and you kind of unroll it out through here or wherever, you know. One of the whole benefits to unrolling your hay is, you know, the fertilizer benefit that you get from it out on your pasture, and so kind of spread that around. But like right now, it is so dang muddy and wet. You could probably get away with it up here, you know, with a truck like that, especially if you could get just a day or two where it didn't rain. But I don't know, that doesn't look likely. It's gonna rain, or like a 90+% chance of rain tomorrow. And then like in another 3 or 4 days, it's like an 80% chance of rain. And so it's just, we're just in that cycle now. All right, you don't have to be so demanding. As Willis would say, those are porcupine eggs all in her hair. So I probably shouldn't do that to my kids and tell them lies like that, but yeah. Cocklebird. It looks like what a porcupine egg would look like if a porcupine did lay eggs, right? All right, come on now. Stop being pigs. Hey! Give me the bucket. Let's see. The speed bin's getting a little low. Which that feed does kind of lodge in here. Doesn't always flow down. quite as easily as you would like, but we're gonna climb up here and see just how low it's actually getting. I think there's probably more in there than we realize. Yeah, there's a fair amount. Still in pretty decent shape. That should last us longer than we're actually still in this pasture anyway. I figure, I don't know, I mean, you look at some of these spots and I'm like, yeah, they're still pretty good. Stockpile. That's where I'd like to bring a roll of hay, you know, even if it's just like 2 rolls a week down here, just enough to stretch this a little longer. You know, see, you know, if they're just really eating the hay up, then we may, you know, realize, okay, you know, that not a good grazing is what we're thinking. Or if they go from, you know, really just kind of picking at the hay to all of a sudden they start eating it up, then we'll know. You know, kind of use that as a bit of our measuring stick to know when that we really need to start feeding them. Okay, so stuck by here. Yeah, my dad and my uncle's headquarters, gonna get just a little diesel. So I'm gonna kind of try to estimate how much we need just to top off that one tractor. Again, I'm gonna get this empty after we fill up the tractor so we can get it off there very easily, but that's probably about it. Pumps pretty darn fast. Any little bit that we get will just be good. Just tractor had about a half tank. I just don't want to have to be putting this back on here, transfer tank, you know, in just a couple of weeks, or driving the tractor up here. We're about 3 miles from home now just to get diesel. But anyway, let's see if we estimated that very accurately. So while we're over here, grab a bag of feed. I'm gonna feed their cows. Still trying to catch some more of theirs, because some of these calves, like this black white faced one right here, need to go. And you can see there's probably at least another 15 or 20 that need to be caught, sorted, and sold. But not gonna catch any today, but just see if we can keep tolling a few more in here slowly. And it's the same story it has been for the last little bit here. We're getting a lot of cows to come in here. You know, a lot of the same cows we had caught previously and sorted off, or, you know, to keep. And then, you know, the calves just aren't coming in. All the calves that were coming in here got caught and sold. And so, I don't know, we have to maybe change something, but try something different. So there's a bull calf easing kind of up this way, and then that white faced heifer calf is standing right there at the gate post. But yeah, it's right now not looking to be too fruitful in terms of really getting a bunch more. Come on in here. Yeah, it's kind of taking inventory out here. They've probably got between 15 and 20 calves. You know, not counting any other cull cows that we hadn't caught yet, but just calves that need to go. So we'll have to see. The ones they sold last week, they did not do very well, which you could point to a variety of factors there. You know, they sold, you know, a total mixed bag. You know, didn't have them grouped up. You know, weren't preconditioned, anything like that. But even with all that in mind, we've got to find, or really it's not a matter of finding, but just gonna have to go a little further to a little bigger auction where we've got more buyers, more competition. They some of those calves brought, I mean, a fraction of what they should have. So anyway, we'll just have to either haul them ourselves, go a little further, or I'm sure we can probably find somebody willing to take them just a little further. Just cost a little more, but in the long run, I think that would come out ahead by just going to a little more competitive market. So we're gonna see how we did estimating our volume of diesel we needed. Have a feeling, if anything, we might have gotten a little too much. May still have some in that tank. You have to get this tractor full, which, if that's the case, I can bring another tractor down here and fill it up as well, but we'll see. Actually, I was wrong. I did that really, really well. We are, you probably can't tell, we are not quite, but nearly full. Tank just ran empty, so hey, actually, something actually worked out exactly like we had hoped. So as you can tell, the fog has, for the most part, lifted. It's still, we don't have great visibility, but I decided earlier, had an idea. I'm gonna get the drone up in the air, fly back there where those cows are, see if I can find that new baby calf. The mom should be, just see if she's back there tending to it. It's just so wet and muddy, and too, it's just a little bit of a pain in the butt to drive back there, and it's fun flying the drone. So we kind of forget about the drone a lot of times unless we're using it just for fun, but it's actually a useful way to use it and maybe find that calf without having to drive back there a half dozen times today. So then if we do catch it or find it on camera, we will drive back there once we have it located and get it tagged. No luck finding the new calf. Again, I feel pretty certain she is calved. Try not to get too worried, but I'd really like to lay eyes on it. Uh-oh, Sadie has spotted a squirrel. Damn it. The squirrel's not too smart. That Sadie says, well, I only have half my lower jaws and I'm a bird dog, so I'm gonna let the squirrel live another day. But I mean, sometimes they'll drive you crazy like this. You'll have a cow or a heifer, calf, and they'll keep that sucker hidden for a week. And you just, if I had any hair to pull out, you'd be wanting to pull your hair out. So my plan is I need to run in town, get back. We'll look again with the drone. If she's got it hidden somewhere, it's going to take her being there with it, letting it nurse, whatever, checking on it, for us to see it. I mean, unless we just stumble across it. But I don't know. I'd feel a lot better if we saw a calf up nursing. Again, we can look at her and tell it looks like she's been nursed, and that's about as much assurance you can get that the calf is okay. So I don't know. We'll find out. We did a second search with the drone, just as unfruitful as the first. And the cows were still out there in the other bottom where we had just let them in. She wasn't showing any signs of coming back over here to tend to a calf. So forget it. I'm just gonna saddle up where we can ride over here, get into some of these better hiding spots where she's got him stashed somewhere along the woods. It's not really any timber that they can get into in these pastures, but there's some smaller little thickets and whatnot like this where one could be hidden. But I don't know. I've ridden probably 3/4 of this pasture and not seen any evidence. So I'm starting to wonder, maybe I was wrong. Maybe she hadn't had the calf. Maybe she just looks like it. That's one possibility. Another possibility would be she has had it. She does have it hidden somewhere. She is tending to it, and we just can't find it. And either of those two scenarios are fine. The third would be that she's just abandoned it, in which case we want to find it before it was too late. Or I guess the last option would be, something already happened to it. Maybe it was stillborn or died soon after birth. In which case, obviously, nothing we can do about that. We would just like to know. So I don't know. If he's not just over this next little bridge and whatnot in here, we're probably gonna call off the search for today just because we've searched everything. know, I could run her, you know, get her, see if I could get her up there to the barn, run her and shoot and palpate her. Know immediately whether or not she's had it. But one, they're nowhere near the barn. Two, it's really not going to change anything. I mean, you know, we're doing what we can. So I just, yeah, I don't know what to think. Didn't plan on leaving y'all kind of on a cliffhanger on this episode, but it may come down to that if we don't find a calf here soon. I don't know. I'm about convinced that she just hadn't had it, but I've had cows do this to me in the past where you would start thinking, well, no, I guess she hadn't had a calf, and then all of a sudden they show up one day with a calf at their side, and the calf's clearly, you know, a week old, and they just had it stashed away somewhere. Her being a first calf heifer and one that we just bought, you know, obviously I don't know her, you know, if that's what turns out happens, you know, and then the same thing happens next year, then we just won't worry about it. We'll just have to trust that she's got things taken care of. But yeah, we have pretty well checked these pastures now. Not that it couldn't be somewhere. I guess, like, I worry about, you know, if it fell off like in one of these washes or gullies going down to the creek, you know, and, you know, somewhere stuck, you know, where it can't get out, you know, where, hey, we find it and rescue it, and, you know, all is well. But I don't know. At the same time, if that was the case and we were in a situation like that, you would think, you know, and again, she is a heifer, so you can't count on it, but she'd be standing right there, you know, bawling, you know, all upset, you know, kind of drawing our attention, you know, to it. But I don't know. So, but we can't just keep riding and looking all afternoon. We're eventually got to get some other things done. Actually, we're hosting my office Christmas party tonight. So Kaylin just called me and said, "Where are you? I need some help." So, well, I'm looking for a calf. So if I don't want to end up divorced, I better get back to the house as well. But yeah, a weekend of partying. We got that tonight. Got my niece's birthday party tomorrow, and then Willis's birthday party on Sunday. So I don't know. Cows did come down here. They didn't cross the creek. They're back in this pasture. We'll see if maybe there's any signs of her moseying off anywhere. And if there is, we'll show you a new calf. But otherwise, it's probably gonna wrap it up for this one. Y'all are gonna have to tune in next time to see if we can find that little fella, or find out that she just actually hadn't had it yet. But anyway, has me questioning myself. But as always, we remind y'all, eat beef and God bless. You gonna go down there, Molly? Easy does it, baby. Easy does it, baby. Easy does it. $3.22. Do you have a baby? Hey, do you have a baby somewhere that we don't know about? Maybe you don't. I'm just about convinced that's it. She hadn't had it yet. What do I know?